I almost wasn't gonna do it. I almost just sat down, but that's not what I wanted. But I didn't. I did not. Chose to. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how long I'm gonna be live for. I'm really just trying to push myself to be active after work. I saw a Nike commercial that was talking about like literally after work. It was like, you could give it your all and still lose. But what if you don't? And it got me all fired up. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta do something, right? So plus, uh, plus I ordered dinner, so that's gonna be awkward. I'm gonna have to leave here in like 10 minutes to go pick up my food. But we will be back afterwards, hopefully, and that gives us at least an hour till 7. 7 seems like a good time to call it quits. Almost Friday though. Friday we could do, whatever we wanted, but uh, I still have responsibilities you know, until tomorrow's over. Until 5 o'clock tomorrow. What I wanted to do, I wanted to go to Open Secrets. Uh, Definitely want to pull up that. We were looking at the energy bill. Let's look at, was looking at this earlier. Not now. Bills to be considered on the House floor. This is what we were looking at this morning. Can't believe we were doing that this morning, 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. I guess okay. HR 3062. That's what we want to look at. Because if we go here, we can go to lobbying and groups. Uh, Lobbying. Company, firm, bill, or lobbyist. Let's go ahead and search this. Cross-border. Oh, so I guess every single Congress has their own list of bills. Did not know that. Hmm. I wonder if this is incrementally, like what is their first bill of the year, I guess. I don't know how you get new Congress, how you count Congress. Let's see. So, lobbying 3062, promoting cross-border energy infrastructure. 13 unique organizations have registered to lobby this bill. Click on the client's name to view all the bills from which they reported lobbying. Let's wonder, Chevron. Is Chevron in here? Chevron's not. That's interesting. Clean energy buyers. What are you doing over here? This is another good one. Huh. I wish they showed more information. National Rural Electric Cooperative, National Taxpayers Union, Portland General Electric. Where are you? Big Beautiful Bill Act. Bill number one. I imagine that's that's ours. Huh. I wonder, so are these packs? What's CMS Energy? Yeah, it's a lot harder to do this at 6 o'clock than it is to do it at 6 a.m. A little bit more energy, a little bit more going on upstairs to look at some of this stuff. Michigan on utility operations in Michigan. Its principal business is Consumers Energy, a public utility that provides electricity and natural gas to more than 6 million of Michigan's 10 million residents. Yeah. Okay. Michigan is kind of up north though, so what is they? Oh, I guess they would be uh probably one of the contractors to do the North Pipeline at least. Bordering uh U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Really? That sounds like something that shouldn't be able to lobby. Yeah. All right. Uh, Open Secrets is really great. They have an API that I used in a project, uh, but uh, not really thinking of anything to use this for now. I had an idea of like what to use this for, but I'm kind of shot. I'm kind of shot. Need to eat. Got a calzone. Got a chicken bacon ranch calzone. I'm too excited for it. It was pretty cheap. It was pretty cheap. Hopefully it's a good size. It looked like a good size from the picture, but it's a new place. I'm testing it out. I don't usually buy food or buy, like fast food like this. It's not cost effective. I'm trying to save a lot right now. I'm I know we don't know much about each other, but I need to I'm a little behind on savings, so I need to work on that, you know. But okay, so this is not. Oh man, you feel that? Oh man, I'm tired. But I've been up since 5, so 12 hours. Trying to build that stamina, that endurance, fire on all cylinders, but this is supposed to be fun. I don't know how people stream after work. I guess it's different because I'm trying to do like research, I guess you can call this, but it'd be a lot easier to play Toontown right now. You know? That's a huge endorsement, by the way. I love that game. That game slaps. Uh, I might do that. This might have been a wash. This might have been a wash. How long have we been going? 7 minutes? Yeah, I may have jumped the gun. Let me go to YouTube real quick. Uh, yeah. Why do it?
Why do it? Why would you make it harder on yourself?
Is that Tyler the Creator? What the fuck? That's so hype.
Why chance it? Why put it on the line? With so
That's a funny shot. I'm
with so
sorry.
much at stake, with so much room to fail. Why risk it? Why would you dare? Seriously, why? You could give everything you have and still lose. But my question is, what if you don't?
Yeah, that's kind of gets you hype, right? Kind of makes you want to change the world. Uh, yeah, that's a fan favorite. Yeah, we love that. It's like, can I change the world at 6 a.m.? You know what I mean? I have to do it at 6 o'clock at night. But it's always that extra rep you do that makes a difference, right? So, shit. I also got really unmotivated today because I saw someone I knew from another life. He actually works like in you know, he's a pretty up there figure in the big scheme of things politically, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, damn, good for them. You know, it's just crazy to think that they have that much influence already, and it's like, damn, dude, you know, and he's younger than me too, so it's like, you know, he's really just, you know, really hit it, you know, just really, you know, just hit his stride constantly. It's really impressive. It's really inspiring, and it's like, huh, I gotta find a way to gotta find a way to make a difference. You know, trying to make a good difference. You know, have some kind of impact. Cause you know it's you know district work period. I mean these people are in our neighborhoods. We can go say hi. You know, send them an email. But first we have to look at something. I uh, I was bored at lunch and I started following a bunch of news outlets. What was interesting to me when I first had this idea was that I knew a bunch of like left-leaning news sources or news sources that, you know, are typically on the left-hand side of the spectrum. And I was trying to find, you know, right-leaning news outlets and, you know, because I wanted to get a full picture. I really wanted to see who was talking about what, you know, given, you know, whatever external stimulus, you know, I wanted to be able to see the difference between the two sides. And it was really hard for me to think of, you know, news outlets on the right other than Fox. And I thought that was interesting. It seems like all of the conservative like news sources consolidated into just like one source, you know, and that led me to this really interesting research article I found, uh, which brought up some really good some insights because I was thinking like, you know, first of all, I wanted to know who are the sources of content that these, you know, uh, Republicans like listen to uh, and get their news from. And let me, oh, I guess I can just copy this. And I wanted to know, uh, I really initially wanted to see like, okay, so this, you know, imagine a pie chart, be like this, you know, section, you know, and that pie chart represents all of the broadcasting agencies, like the cable news networks, right? The total market, and I wanted to see how that was divided up between with respect to political parties, like how much of that viewership is controlled by a left-leaning corporation or a right-leaning corporation. Wasn't able to find that those results explicitly, but I did stumble across this Pew Research Center, which I've heard about them, but uh, never really looked into, you know, what they did, but this is a great read. Uh, and there was, oh fuck, I gotta get my pizza. Hang on, I'll pull up the thing that really stuck out to me was this was like looking at okay with Republican and Republican leaning viewers and with Democratic and Democrat leaning viewers measuring how much they trust specific news sources. And it's really interesting to see that Democrats are usually pretty trusting in the media, you know, with, you know, caveats being Fox News, Joe Rogan Experience, you know, Newsmax, uh, Brett Bart, you know, like the big name Republican news sources, which I think Joe Rogan Experience being listed as a news source is pretty goddamn hilarious to me. I'm like, it's a podcast, you know, it's a podcast by a UFC guy. It's just like I don't, the lack of credentials, I guess, but you know, I don't watch JRE, so you know, I don't know, but the fact that it's a podcast just I don't know makes it funny to me. And then you look at the Republican side, and the Republicans don't trust anything. Like I think this is fascinating, just like how much distrust is in the Republican base which I think is a problem. Which is, I think is, well, if you don't trust anybody, you know, how are you gonna like fact check the things that you do trust? You know, if you don't have multiple sources, of information, I guess that's just like in the problem itself is like, why would you cross check because everyone else is wrong and this is, true. You know, it's it's interesting to me. It's interesting that I saw this. And what was really funny is after seeing this article and briefly reading through it, I didn't give it like a full look over. I was just looking at the charts, and after looking at this, I was like, oh, so there's a trust issue. I finished looking up, right-leaning news sources I could follow on Instagram, and I started following a bunch of them. And the first post I saw from one of them was someone talking about a conspiracy theory, and I was like, oh, I can see where the distrust is coming into play. It's like, oh, that explains that. Uh, it was really funny. I was like, oh, so that's where that came from. That's where this chart, this whole thing is coming from. It's like they're all talking about conspiracy theories. Now, again, that was a very cherry-picked scenario. It was just one scenario that, one account that I saw that posted this conspiracy content, where she just flat out admitted she's like, I'm totally into conspiracy theories. Uh, but I just thought it was funny that I saw this and I was like, huh, there's a trust issue. And the first thing I saw from this, right-leaning news sources was someone who self-acclaims being a conspiracy theorist. Like, I got a real kick out of that. I thought that was, oh, that's perfect. But we will dive into this. This is interesting. This is something I wanted to talk about earlier. But I gotta go. I gotta go pick up my food. So I'm gonna watch this on my phone. Nobody do anything. Okay? I'll be right back. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, but it is raining outside. Oh man, I'm soaked. Oh, that sucks. Okay. All right, let's dig into this. See what we got. See what we're working with. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh. Yeah. So distrust, distrust. Yeah, it's a bitch. Uh, what was I talking about? I'm just kind of blown away by how wet I am. Damn, that looks good. Yeah, that's superb. Get that every day. Okay. Politics, right? News. I should get a make another Instagram account so we can go through those feeds. I mean, I feel like that would be easiest, in terms of this, especially after work. But I was on a real tear there looking at this. But those are all good things. Pew Research, shout out them. I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw this. Saw that a few days ago. Yeah, that was Monday, right? Or that was last week. That was last Monday. No, that was 2 weeks ago. Thursday. Damn. I saw that happening live. Yeah, a lot of DC stuff, trying to reel in the crime rate. Censuring Representative Corey Mills. Hmm. Interesting stuff. What's happened in the news? What do what's CNN reporting? Oh yeah, I knew that Turkey was visiting, right? President Turkey was visiting to advance TikTok deal. That's cool. I don't use TikTok, uh, but it's good that we're bringing it under our control, I guess. Uh, at least having the data on our side. But mm, mm, yeah, that's super good. Yeah, I just want to eat this now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm distracted by food. I know that we didn't really do anything in this stream besides that little update with my social media, but Shout out Tyler the Creator. Shout out Tyler the Creator. That was a dope commercial. All right, that shit goes hard. All right, I will see you in the morning and then after work tomorrow. Hopefully, we have something more concrete to talk about other than this thing, which was interesting. It was really cool to see. But take care. I'm gonna eat this.